Hey everyone, I'm Russ Frushtick, and today I'm joined by Brian Gilbert, who is going to explain the magic, the wonder that is Moonlighter.
Welcome to my shop, Russ.
A very nice shop. It's very empty.
Yeah, at the moment, it seems like I don't have any items that I can sell here, but that's what this game is all about. It's kind of like half Zelda, half capitalism.
Exactly, and we're going to try to explain the basic loop of the game so you can kind of grok it. It's surprisingly complicated, and it's weird to see both of these kind of in the same game.
So we're just starting in the standard Golem dungeon, which is where you begin. You have 3 levels in every dungeon, and as you move through the map, depending on where the healing fountain is, that leads you toward the staircase, or I guess warp portal, into the next level. So you're on the right track, Russ.
Okay, good. I'm tracking it down. So we're moving our way through here.
Right now, you're just collecting the basic items that come from all of these enemies. The important thing to note is that these items can be either sold or used to craft better weapons.
And one of the things that I find useful is if you're trying to, let's say, collect a certain amount of items, you can actually mark things as on your wish list. So if you find those items that you need for, let's say, an upgrade, they'll indicate that in your inventory.
Yeah.
So these stars actually will indicate, hey, I need this item for an upgrade that I'm hoping to get.
So you'll notice that the inventory only has 20 slots in it, so you have to kind of think about how long you're adventuring in any of these dungeons, because those things fill up pretty quickly. If you didn't have enough spaces, then you would have to leave something behind. You'll see that there are some question marks there. That means you won't be able to tell what it is until you leave the dungeon, unless you take that thing, which discards the curse. So now we know we have some marble, some white stone.
As you play, you'll find like, hey, I don't really need let's say any more roots. I've got enough roots.
Yeah.
So you can actually dump it out if you need the inventory space, and you'll get a little bit of coin for that. So it's very smart. Like, hey, if you don't need certain things, it's smart to constantly be going through inventory and making calls.
Yeah, and I know now, obviously, Russ, you're a pro gamer, so I know you're not going to die in this dungeon.
Nope.
But if you were to, it's important to note that you can carry some of your items out. So say you're in a very difficult level, if you keep that all in your top layer. So if you go into your inventory, those top 5 that are on your person, those come out with you even if you die. But if you want to take everything out with you, you're going to have to either use your pendant or your special portal door, which are down there at the bottom, and those cost money to actually use. So when you spend 300 coin, but then you can sell all of these items for a ton of money later. In some of these levels, you can fall down into the pits, and most of those situations, you'll just restart in that same level, be a bit hurt. But occasionally, when you walk into one of those areas and there's a sparkle, if you jump down into it, there's a special treasure space, or even I think there's sometimes a fighting area that you can go through.
Yeah, like a horde mode, essentially.
Yeah,
Whoops.
get better and better chests. So they're good to look out to, especially if you're just trying to get in there, get as many good treasures as possible, and then leave. I think we've got so much good stuff right now, we might as well go back. I think we could probably make a good chunk of change off of this.
Okey-doke. Let's head on back.
Now, if you do that one, that'll warp you out, and then you'll have to start back from the beginning. Let's say you're down on the 3rd level and you don't want to have to cut through the first 2. You can always spend a bit more money, and then that'll allow you to go right back into it.
We'll do that. It's not my money.
Yeah, exactly. Spend my money. While we're here at night, explore the town a little bit. You'll see that we've got standard armor, weapons shop over here. You craft better weapons using the items you find in the dungeon. And this is where you can highlight certain things. See, I've highlighted this special headband. That'll allow me to know which exact items I can use to purchase those.
Oh, I thought that was a cod piece.
Oh yeah, it does kind of look like that. I guess it's an iron helmet, but it can go wherever.
Sure.
You have a bunch of different weapon types. You can use a sword and a shield. Each weapon, and I don't think we showed this in the dungeon, has 2 different attacks, and you can also switch between your 2 weapons. There's the charge dash for that, and there's just our special charged bow, which shoots off in a weird direction. There are a bunch of different merchants. You can soup up your own shop with decorations from the hawker, and that will help people either give you more tips or allow more people to come through. You've got just a merchant where if you don't feel like going into the dungeon and buying one specific thing, you also have your enchantment and potion shop.
Where's the merchant?
He's just asleep. He doesn't work all night like we do. We need to open our shop in the morning because no one is a night owl like us, so let's go sleep. The actual selling part of this is one of the coolest mechanics because it doesn't just immediately tell you how much you can sell things for. Now, if you place something that you've already sold the day before or already priced the day before, it'll give you your immediate sell price,
basically,
whatever
yeah.
I'm trying to say here. But if you go over to it and check your notebook, you can see how much it's gone for in the past. I've tried to sell my iron bar for a lot of different things. I started super high at 50. No one liked it. No one bought it. I went down to 10. Everyone thought it was a steal. 20 was a good place for me to hit. And so that smile is usually where you want to be.
Yeah.
But you'll see that there's an up arrow. That means the popularity is higher. So why not try to sell these iron bars for like 25 today? Because people are going to be willing to buy it. They might not be so happy with it, but they might see it as a slightly better price.
Okay.
If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of this, it'll give you that 60 as your base price for all of the things here. And if you go all the way to the top of it, you'll see what your top out price is. So these are between
point,
600 and 760. So I don't know, like 700. Sure. It's totally fine. And we'll see how that goes. Another great thing you can do is just put one of each item in a bunch of different ranges and see what people are interested in and then reprice out on the go. Now you'll get a bunch of different people who come into your shop, and sometimes they'll have specific little speech bubbles or thought bubbles. Now look out for this guy. You can
I don't trust that guy.
He's got that slick back hair, so you can tell he's a thief. So you just got to keep your eyes on him while this person sells. It looks like they were really happy with that price we did for the blade leaves, which is awesome. So we might want to go back and reprice our blade leaves.
Oh no, he's stealing it.
But as long as you roll into him and have a little scuffle, people are fine.
He runs away. We got our leaves back.
Now, in order to keep things moving, you have to, as you sell, make sure to put more things out there, so that way there's a larger variety for all of the people who come in.
I don't want people to wait for me, though.
That's true. And they'll only wait for a specific amount of time, but sometimes you'll get decorations that'll give you longer time periods for people who are waiting in line, or faster movement speed for your people if they're just kind of, loitering in your shop and you don't like that. Now, sometimes you'll also get adventurers who come in. That only comes in later when you upgrade your shop a lot. You'll eventually get people who ask you for quests. They want notes on specific enemies and things.
Man, look at all that money.
Good work.
Close.
Crushing it today.
Nothing, old man.
This gives you just an overview of what all of you sold. Looks like our preserved roots are our high sell right now. Buy it for your kid for Christmas.
Hell yeah.
Preserved roots. And then if you want to, we can go out and maybe just like upgrade our shop and, then go to sleep.
Sounds good.
In the bulletin board, it gives you all of your investment opportunities. So you can invest either in the town, buy new people who come to town, and again, I don't have the banker yet. And then obviously here, we can go to shop level 2. So if we just purchase that one, it'll... a guy will come through, he'll build out our house, it'll look bigger on the inside.
That is Doctor Who.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a Doctor Who reference.
And there we go.
Oh, wow, much bigger. We have this giant fancy leaf.
Yep, we've got more spaces for decorations. You'll see that's what those things that say place mean.
Here, these are like little mini perk items that you can put down that will increase, for example, the amount of time that your shop is open, or how much... We can place
tip.
another one, how much people tip.
And there you go. That's basically Moonlighter. It's so addicting. I keep coming back to it so I can get that perfect 1 coin higher sale.
Someday, Brian.
Maybe one day.
That's the dream. It's out on Xbox One, PS4, and PC right now. It's supposed to be coming to Switch later this year. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.